Use the code CHICKEN in the shop.
Hey guys, the Chicken is here. We're back today with another Boom Beach video. In today's video, guys, we're going over your Season 48 Day 1 path. This one is very weird and it's very strange, so we got a lot to kind of explore here. If you guys haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We cover warships each and every single day here, and I do appreciate those of you throwing in that code CHICKEN in the shop. You're going to grab instant training or an extra builder for the upcoming season. So, let's start off right out of the gates. What are the obvious things we're going to do? We're going to max out our landing crafts, right? That's about the only thing I can say in this, going into the season that's going to be guaranteed, because it's a lot of stuff. It's a lot of stuff. So I think our main troop right out of the gates is going to be riflemen, because what do we want to do? We want to move forward. And the thing about this season is all of the tech is even, right? So what does that mean? If we look back at last season, I did very well going defensively, right? And that was without pretty much any building health the entire season. This season, it's more even in terms of the stats, but where are the stats, right? We've got early building health, you got early building damage, and there's no troop health until almost 5 ERs. So I'm thinking that defense is going to be pretty strong early on. Now, with that being said, what troops are we going to have to combat that? We've got grenadiers, so we won't have an issue clearing stuff. But we probably want to get to those doodlers. Now, the doodlers are on the first I'm going to explain these paths that go into nothing as rabbit holes. I think that's what people like to call them. Like, say, for example, down here, like, this is a huge rabbit hole to go to get to heavy choppers, right? That's how we'll explain these. Just if I say that, that's what I mean. So we got to pick kind of our rabbit holes this season, right? So we got to figure out what's going to be good, what's going to be worth skipping stuff for. Now, the safe bet and the safe route, if you don't want to wait for other people to go and have the absolute optimized perfect plan, is going defensive, right? Going defensive is typically never a bad idea. It only hurts you when you're unable to, when you don't have seekers or bombardiers or warriors or whatever is really strong. That's the only time that it can bite you, is if you go too defensive and you're left with nothing on offense. And I feel like that's not going to be the case this season. But if we look at okay, let's back it up here. Let's back it up. So let's go back to we're just coming into 3 ERs. I think right out of the gates, shock mines, regular mines, this multi-node we have to get, and building health. I would skip flares for the very early on. And I would probably even skip heavies. I think we can just go rifle Zuka and be safe and go straight to 3, and then kind of reassess from there. What are people using? What's going, what's hitting my base in good times? And then if we need to, we can go back and get heavies and flares. Or if not, the thing is, heavy rush isn't going to be that good because we've got shock mines early on, right? So I'm thinking rifle Zuka is probably going to be better. But it's going to be defensive because we've got all 3 of the mines right out of the gates, right at 3 engines. And even if we don't pick them all up ourselves, other people will. So I don't know if we want Brick. Let's take a quick look and see when our next hero is if we don't get Brick. So we probably want to have Brick early on. I think she's the only hero for, until we just saw Bullet there. And Bullet's on the Seeker path too, so we might not even be picking him up. We'll talk more about that in a second. But I think we're going to want Brick. We've got the first prototype node right there. What is this one? This is just more defenses, so there's the potential to have a ton of defense this season. But I think what's important after 3, if we look at this realistically, we probably want to go brick, troop damage, and then building damage. That's also going to give us critters on the way there. And then we can skip getting medkits, because we might not need them. If we do need them, then maybe bypass brick, get the boom mines, go DBD, critters, troop damage, and then go forward. That's the safe way to do it, right? That's the safe way. That way you're not going to be behind. You might not be as ahead as somebody else that, I don't know, skips to tanks and they're amazing for a day or something weird. Excuse me. So as we move forward from there, what are the options? So we've got to decide on our first, this is really our first kind of major split. So we're either going the warrior path or we're going the tank path. And we're either going 4ER and bombardiers, or we're moving forward and going to seekers. You essentially have to make that choice right after you go to 4 engines. Are you going to go here first, or are you going to go here first? it's tough to say what's going to be better. I mean, there's defenses, yeah, but maybe we can get by with rifles and Zukas and I don't know. The thing with the Seekers is there's a lot of really strong stuff all around them. So even if we're not planning on getting Seekers to play them, we kind of want all of that stuff as well. So after 4, look at this. We've got shock bombs. We've got building health, smoke screens. We actually have the potential to have heavy choppers in 4 yards. How crazy is that? So what that means is by the time you get them, you might be facing 6 ERs as a 4 ER. So yes, you'll have heavy choppers, and you will probably be able to heavy chopper rush, but then, we've got to go all the way back there. The thing is, we get Kavan on this route, we get Gunboat Energy, there is a vacuum in the Scorchers, and we get a pretty weak prototype defense. So, I mean, the bottom path isn't, amazing. There's medics, Scorchers, medics and Scorchers. So, I mean, there's, close to 60 keys of, just wastedness. So, and then we've got to go back here, 90 more keys to get to 5. So, if the right play is to go to, 6 ERs and get critter launchers right out of the gates, heavy chop's really going to set you back to get in. That's, that's like a few, 3-4 days worth of keys. Thankfully, it is chest rank values of a 3-week season, so that'll help that at least. So after, let's go back. So 5 ERs. Sorry, that was at 4 ERs. That's if we go the 4 ER route. Now, if we go down the Seeker route, what are we grabbing here? Extra defenses, rocket launchers, troop health, shock launchers. We can beam over here and grab barrage if we want to skip Seekers, get more GBE, and get a level 2 prototype defense. So there's a lot better stuff on that Seeker route if we do decide to go that way. We also have the option of grabbing Bullet as well. So that's going to be interesting. After 5, if we've decided we're skipping heavy choppers, maybe, we can go building health, we can go more defenses, Cryoneer vacuum, DBD, and then a mech vacuum. So it's going to slow people down going from 5 to 6. So this is really, you're going to be you're either in diamond or not at this point, right? This is going to be crucial, this part of the season. Whether we want to go defensive, Seekers, keep moving forward maybe. I think you're going to have to pick heavy choppers or Seekers, though, because I don't see rifles and Zukas surviving all of those defenses all the way down there. So we actually have a level 3 prototype defense. This is after 6 ER. Okay, so that makes sense. Critter launchers, troop damage, level 3 proto, and then artillery. So if you want the peanut butter and jelly, the barrage and artillery, you're really going to have to pay for it this season. But all of that is good stuff as well. So yeah, then we move forward. So after 6, what do we got? We got a million mines. We got our building health. Another defensive node versus possibly unlocking Sparky. These nodes do connect, so we don't necessarily have to get Spark if we do want to skip her. And then we've got our rocket choppers and more gunboat energy. So yeah, kind of, I mean, in terms of the excitement this season, this is kind of the boring zone. This is, and it still has 3 stat nodes, so that shows you how crazy the season is going to be. So after 7, they give us the Laser Rangers. I feel like Laser Rangers after 7 ERs is a little bit extreme. I don't think they're that good. They might turn out to be this season, I don't know, but I feel like we can take Laser Rangers a little bit earlier on. They should probably be around where they put critter launchers, like 5 ERs. So anyways, but, I love the layout of the texture this season. I don't really see any huge issues, but it's going to be a wild one. So, and then we've got our Sky Shield down here. That's the same thing they did last season, actually. It was after 7, they put Laser Rangers with the Sky Shield as well. Or we can jump up, we can grab another GB, more troop damage, troop health, DBD, and we have the potential this season, guys, to get 4 shock launchers. So the Seeker players, you're not going to be playing Seekers all season for sure, not with 4 shock launchers and all these mines. I mean, some people will, and some people will be successful with them, but it's not really a season designed for Seekers to be amazing, in my opinion. But so that's kind of our overall look. That's what I'm leaning towards. So I would say just right out of the gates, get to 3, go defensive, pump the brakes, stay from there. This is not a season where we want to jump ahead and make mistakes because you're really, really, really going to pay for it. It's going to take a very long time to dig ourselves out of these rabbit holes. So you guys let me know what you think, what your plan is. I am going to be going live on this channel Monday at 4 a.m. Eastern, or it might be close to 5 or 6, depending on what I'm feeling. But yeah, so you guys let me know what you think down below in the comment section. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. That is going to wrap it up with the video today. Make sure to leave a like if you found it interesting, entertaining, or informative. Catch you next one, guys. Check it out. Back.